There is a kind of rain that arrives softly. It taps against balconies and windows, slow and almost polite, carrying nostalgia with it. The kind of rain that makes you pause, look outside and feel something familiar. It doesn't interrupt life, it accompanies it. And then there is another kind of rain. The kind that doesn't ask for permission, strong, violent, relentless. It floods streets, shuts down shops and trains, and forces the city to react. It turns comfort into inconvenience and routine into uncertainty. For most people, this kind of rain ends the day before it even begins. It sends them indoors, waiting for normality to return. But for a photographer, and especially for a street photographer, this is often where the real work starts. Because when the city is pushed outside of balance, something honest is about to surface. And at the beginning, you don't yet realize how far the rain is about to push you. London is a street photography paradise, especially when it rains. And this story begins there, in Camden. I photographed in rain many times before, but almost never in conditions like these. What started as a calm, almost ordinary photo walk, it slowly changed into something different, something heavier, a lot more demanding. And this shift changed everything. On this day I was shooting with the Sony 7 III and the Sony D5mm f1.8 paired with the Typhon Black Pro Mist 1/4 filter. You will see my camera settings appearing next to each image as they come up on the screen. At first, the rain was gentle, the pavement dark and gradually, reflections forming underfoot like quiet invitations. Across the road, a girl waited at the traffic light. Light blue headphones, beige coat, completely still while the city moved around her. Nothing dramatic was happening, and yet the moment felt unresolved, cinematic, as if it was waiting for something to happen. It was the kind of scene that asks you to slow down, just before everything begins to accelerate. If you're enjoying this video so far, hit the like button and consider subscribing with a bell. As the rain continued, umbrellas filled the streets. At first they felt practical, but quickly they became visual elements. Shapes interrupting the frame, dividing scenes, hiding and revealing faces. A woman twisted awkwardly trying to fix her shoe while balancing an umbrella. Next to her, her friend waited watching, unsure whether to help or simply let the moment pass. These gestures are small, ordinary, easy to overlook, but they are also fragile, hesitate for a second, and they are gone forever. Somewhere between childhood and adulthood, our relationship with the world changes. As children, everything feels loud and colorful. Emotion comes first. As we grow older, we trade vibrance for practicality. We choose darker tones, safer palettes, and we blend in. And yet, even on days like this, under grey skies and heavy rain, life pushes back. Through color, through art, through meaning hidden quietly in plain sight. Sometimes all it takes is a painted wall or a flash of yellow to remind you that it's still there. A woman waits at the traffic light, umbrella raised, yellow shirt, 3 bags pulling her shoulders down. She probably never noticed me, she was just trying to get through her day. But through my lens, she stopped being anonymous. She became the lead character in a quiet film about rain in London. And just as these small stories begin to unfold, the rain decides to change the rules. The rain didn't stay gentle for long. The soft rhythm turned heavy, loud, the pavement shook as countless drops hit the ground, and mist rose into the air, swallowing detail and softening the edges. Pedestrians struggled forward, each step becoming a decision rather than a habit. The atmosphere had shifted, and I knew I had to shift with it. We found temporary shelter under a shop awning, and I kept photographing. Rain strips people of control, most of us abandon any concern for how we look and focus only on staying dry. We hunch our shoulders, we rush, we hide. But some people move differently, calm, polished, almost untouched by the chaos around them. They don't fight the storm, they pass through it. And because of that, they stand out without even trying. As the rain intensified, staying still was no longer an option. To keep photographing, I had to move, and moving meant stepping back into the rain, accepting whatever came next. We searched for a cover that wouldn't disconnect us from the street, and eventually found refuge inside an empty red phone box. From there everything felt compressed, framed, isolated, intensified. You start noticing details you would normally ignore. This is probably when you spot the real Londoners. Suits soaked through, hats pulled low, no umbrellas. The rain barely registers. And then there are the others, sleeping, soaked, visibly struggling, but still moving forward, still showing up. These are the moments that don't make headlines but define cities. Leaving the phone box meant fully committing again. On a narrow pavement between lanes, I spotted a woman waiting at a traffic light. Perfectly placed, exposed. I centered her in the frame and used the light behind her to separate her from the chaos around her. From the same position, I shifted focus deeper into the scene. Another woman crossed the road, stepping onto green reflections cast by the traffic lights. The street came alive, texture, grain, motion, shaped entirely by rain hitting bare asphalt. Extreme conditions reveal truth. Comfort hides it. Discomfort brings it forward. And when you start seeing the streets this way, is when you know you're close to something meaningful. We finally reached the station and we found shelter under its roof, but before going underground, I stopped, I waited, I could feel it. One last moment was coming. Heavy rain creates visual poetry. A man in a striped shirt bent slightly beneath his umbrella, its curved handle echoing his posture. Another umbrella behind him, a classic pub in the background. A car braking, lights cutting through the rain. Everything in the frame seems to point towards him, as if the storm itself has chosen a protagonist. Heavy rain is intimidating, it's uncomfortable, risky, often unforgiving. You can damage your gear if you are careless. But I choose to chase these conditions. I choose to chase these moments. I would rather face fear than quietly letting it decide for me. What I learned from this experience back in 2022 is that always staying under the same awning, waiting for the rain to stop, will make me to never discover what might be lying beyond it. It also taught me that preparation matters, awareness matters, understanding the weather, understanding what is going on around you. All of these things matter, but what matters the most is learning to control the risk and not letting the risk control me. What about you? Do you shoot on a rainy day or do you prefer staying inside? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, consider subscribing with the bell, and become a member if you want to support the work behind these films. That was all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I will see you on the streets. Bye bye.